I pulled the fire alarm when I was 4, and the firefighters weren't happy. This story starts way back when I was in preschool and daycare. Every day my parents would both head to their office, which was conveniently opposite our apartment building, and on the way they dropped me and my sibling at our preschool. In this preschool, there were 3 rooms, with the first one having babies, the second one having toddlers, and the third one having older kids who were about to enter kindergarten. Currently, my sibling was in the first room, and I was in the second room, but there was a major problem. For some reason, I was just really shy, so whenever I was in preschool, I used to sit there quietly or play with toys by myself. It wasn't such a big deal at the time, but due to this, they just thought I was a quiet kid and liked to play with myself more than others, which I guess was kind of true. However, when I was with my parents, I was the complete opposite. Because I was so quiet at school, my energy levels built up instead of getting slowly used at preschool, so after I was picked up and with my parents, I was so energetic and used to jump around so much. In fact, I literally could not stay in one place. It was another one of those days, I think it may have even been a weekend, and the quietness from the week got to me, so I let all my energy out at this mall when I was with my family. I was around 4 years old at this time, so I was of course very immature and had no idea what a fire alarm was. In my energy burst while I was jumping around, my extensive curiosity got to me. And because I loved fidgeting, when I saw fire alarm just laying there on the wall, I knew I had to pull it, and I sure did. Immediately, there was a huge alarm going off very loudly across the whole mall, and I became very scared. After like 5 minutes, the firefighters arrived and they realized it was a false alarm and that I had accidentally pulled it. I'm not sure if the next part is accurate, so for some reason I remember that when the firefighters learned this, they decided to be funny and say that next time you do this, we'll get you. Of course, this officer was joking and there would not be any arrest of a 4-year-old boy, but in my youthful mind, I was traumatized. Nowadays, I think back on this and laugh, but back then it was a threat in my mind. Anyway, that is why